What up, Vawl fam? This is Tennessee offensive lineman Jeremiah Crawford. We're about to get Vols deep.
So I'm here with Tennessee left tackle Jeremiah Crawford, number 53, 6'5", 315 pounds. How you doing, Jeremiah?
I'm doing good, man. Appreciate you having me on here.
And how's grandma doing?
She's been good, man. Haven't been able to see my family for a little minute back in Kansas, so you
Right.
guys see them down in our games. They're always up here supporting and checking me out every game day, so it's good.
Yeah, I'm
They're
hoping
all
I see
good.
her. I'm hoping I see her again. Little backstory: I ran into Jeremiah's grandma in Miami at the Orange Bowl. We got pictures together, so I might be in like the family portrait album or something down there.
Maybe you
But
never know, man.
obviously, coming awesome season, wins over Florida, Alabama, LSU, Clemson, just to name a few. Which win was your favorite, and why was it your favorite?
Um, my I'd say I have a couple of them, but like coming off the top of the head, obviously Alabama. That game, man, everybody knows about Alabama. Like it was
Right.
electric atmosphere. Whole game, it was going. Everybody was going crazy. I mean, of course, I know you've seen the clip. Most people have seen the clip of me throwing up and
Oh
shaking my
yeah,
head. So
yeah. I've got
that's
that. I
like
got.
something I always hear about.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's legendary, man. Of course,
yeah,
I was there and in the game. We didn't see that, but I mean, as soon as we get back home and it's all over Twitter, and like the throwing up part's funny, but just the way you like looked at him and you're
yeah.
just like, yeah, come on,
Yeah. Let's
you
go.
know,
Let's
like
go.
yeah, it was just awesome. Did the reaction just happen? Like after you threw up or?
Yeah, I mean, after that, everybody just, I didn't even expect it to be like camera perfectly like behind me over my shoulder, but
Oh
got
yeah, it
it
was.
perfectly. I remember me throwing up and hearing like that left side of the stadium because we were headed down towards that end zone. Like the whole left side of that, they were like, oh, like I heard a few of our section. I was like, yeah.
Did
Well,
it?
the Byron, the lineman across from me, he's
Uh-huh.
like, oh, he's like, you a nasty dude. I was like,
That's what I was about to ask
that's
if
when I
it.
started shooting.
Yeah, that's what I was about to
Yeah,
ask if any of them had anything to say about it. Yeah, that Alabama win, it was just insane, and I'm hoping that we can do the same thing
yeah,
when Kirby brings the dogs up here.
yeah. We will, man. We will
Uh,
definitely.
I
But yeah,
think
the Alabama game and I'd say down there at Clemson, whenever in Miami, we played Clemson. That was another game that I thought probably like one of my favorites. Just being in that atmosphere, like Florida, and being around, like seeing how our people, our Vol fam, how they traveled and everything. Like it was crazy to me. Like I really
right.
like throughout the season, I seen the dedication and then really just everybody showing up, man. That was crazy.
Yeah,
So
we
I
we
like that
seen
too.
that was one of the things. Like obviously, we was going to see a lot of orange, but I mean, it was
Mm.
probably like 75-25, 80-20. As
I
far as
know,
the
man.
the right shade of orange.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what I'm saying. Every time the Vol fan comes through, they travel good. Like at LSU, I say that is another one that was my favorites. Like seeing us break or us take over LSU.
right.
Yeah, that was crazy. So
Yeah, that
I
was
like that
awesome.
also. One of my favorites.
Yeah, yeah. LSU. As soon as we walked in, of course, we got greeted by a few of them, but that's the first thing they said is talking about how well we traveled. And
Yeah, I mean,
man, like even like when y'all ran out, there was some booze, but you couldn't even hear. I mean, you could barely hear the intercom.
no,
Just everybody singing Rocky Top, and I mean, all the
yeah.
LSU people. Of course, LSU they're known for, supposed to have the most rowdy environment. And I mean, you all immediately just shut them up. So that was awesome.
Well, no, man. It's something you love
Um,
to see.
oh yeah. Which tradition, Tennessee tradition, would be your favorite? Like Rocky Top, the Vawl Walk, running through the T. Um, Which one's your favorite?
I'll say I love all the traditions here. It's like
Yeah.
not matched by any other school, and it's just crazy. But like my top tradition would probably be running through the tee, and then
Okay.
like Vol walk close second right there. So like running through the tee, I remember just like every time I run through the tee, I think of back when I was at like junior college or high school football, just like how far I came really.
Right.
So like it's 100,000 people in Neyland, and like I don't know, not too long ago, a few years ago, I was like at BG Stadium in El Dorado, Kansas. Like nobody knows where that is, and
Right. That's
probably
Butler,
like
right?
200 people max. Yeah, Butler. So it's
Man,
probably like 200 people max, and like it kind of just reminds me running through the tee, like how far I came and like how much this stuff has changed for me. So that's
right.
like a so real moment to me.
Yeah, them
And then like the
stories
bull
are
walk, yeah, yeah,
oh, yeah, them stories are awesome. Just I mean, obviously you're good enough to play at this level, but like I learned a while back, it's all kind of about opportunity. And
yeah, definitely.
I just think it's awesome to. I mean, you were a top junior college prospect, but yeah, it's just
Yeah,
awesome to see you kind of transition through everything. Um,
100%, man.
do the
But I'd say
fans?
that other one.
Uh,
Say it again. Go ahead.
oh, you no, go ahead.
I was gonna talk about the bull walk.
Okay.
Like that, we used to have like this little miniature version of that basically when I was at junior college.
Uh huh.
So it'd be like the Grizzly Walk is what we called it.
Okay.
So we'd have like I don't know, probably be like 100 fans standing out like on a little sidewalk, and we'd all
Right.
just walk it through the sidewalk, giving them high fives. So like seeing that too is like another transition for me. Like
Right.
showing me how far I came really. Well, yeah, ain't done
Yeah.
yet, man. Gotta keep working.
Oh yeah. There's now. Do you have 2 years of eligibility left?
I actually have 1 year after
One.
this
Okay.
next season. Yeah, I'm
The
gone.
okay. The COVID that whole thing kind
Yeah,
of gets me messed up, but
messed up everybody's eligibility. We gave them
r-
extra year, confused everything. So,
do the
yeah.
how much do the fans fire you up? Like how much do you feed off the fans?
I mean, like we come out there, like we bring our own energy. What we always say,
Right.
we're gonna bring our own energy and hype each other up. But like when you run out to 100,000 screaming fans, then like of course you're gonna feel something in your blood, man. It
Right.
hypes you up, it gets you going. It's really like I can't even put words to describe it, honestly. Like it's like nothing I ain't never experienced nothing like it before. But
Right.
it really gets you going and like you love it. So ain't
Yeah.
nothing
I've
like it,
always
man.
I've always wondered, what it's like
Yeah.
to
When you're
run through
down
that.
there in the middle of it all, it's like crazy. You
Oh
can't
yeah.
it's always like you gotta learn to try and like tune it out. That's how loud everybody gets. So
Right. Yeah, I
mhm.
remember back in it'd been 2015 against Oklahoma. There was this people from Oklahoma just literally putting their fingers in their ears. You know how loud that it
Yeah,
is. Um,
I've heard about that.
what can Tennessee fans expect out of Jeremiah Crawford this year?
Man, I'm telling you, this year Tennessee fans can expect me to come here work my ass off like I've been doing. They're gonna expect a great offense and a great defense. Like all the boys, we've been putting in work. We've been getting better, and you can tell like it's just a mindset that we all have towards getting better and like one specific goal. So we all are getting better in our where we need to get better at. We're worrying about like our responsibilities, nothing else. So we're all working towards that similar goal. It's going to be a good outcome. Darnell, right? He's a dude, man. Uh, he's like one of those guys that when I first got up here, I was kind of trying to figure out who like I'm a new guy, so yeah, I want to see how like some of these guys here that have been here playing and like instantly I started seeing like Darnell how he moves, how he plays. Like yeah, you could tell he was different. But One thing, Darnell, I would say he taught me a lot about like my pass protection and just getting good angles, like on blocks and where my hand placement is and stuff. Like I picked up a lot of that stuff that he had brought me and taught me that. So we talk about like O-line technique, and after he got drafted, we sat here and we were talking about him going to Chicago here soon and just like all the O-line like specifics about it. But Darnell, man, he's a mastermind about like all this O-line stuff. So
He's got a little
he
humor
taught me a
too.
lot. Say it again.
I said he's got a little humor too that kind of pops out every now and then.
Yeah, he definitely gives a character, man. He definitely is a character.
Have
He's
you
fun.
does he have a name for the I think it was a Kentucky game that I seen it in pass block. He took like 3 steps with his left leg before his right leg ever touched the ground.
Yeah, you talking about his little pass when he passed pro, his like
Yeah, man. Like,
skipping midair. Yeah,
yes, yeah.
we'll see that stuff. Him do it all the time in practice. Like that's one of the things. Like he's getting out so quick, like off the snap of the ball. It's like he hears it and it's boom, like explodes out, and he really don't even need to touch his outside foot to the ground. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
But that's something also that yeah, just
even his
learning to get out of like the
yeah, his
learning
40
to get out
time
of
is
like your
crazy.
stance that quick is crazy. Yeah, it's
Right.
40 time, man. Like he was flying on that. It kind of shows you how explosive he is and like how quick he moves. Like once he hears like the Henin or Joe clap, it's just like that. He'll explode out of there. That's one
Yeah,
thing. Like I'm trying to get better at, just like we been talking about. Like getting hearing that and just boom, getting out there like quick, real quick, and getting in your stance. So
right.
yeah, Darnell, man, he's gonna be a dog.
Oh yeah, he's gonna make himself a real good living, and I think that he's gonna
Mhm.
be probably the most successful first round pick in my opinion as far as NFL career.
I agree.
All right, well, hey, I appreciate you, man,
All
and
right, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you having me on here.